All right, so just a quick one. I decided to make a video on how I made this card widget. I shared it yesterday, and some persons were interested in. So I shared this card yesterday, and some persons were interested in how I was able to come up with it. It's pretty simple because I have been creating this 3D perspective thing for a long time now. So it's pretty much like breeze, right? The other things are just normal UI things. So let's just get into it, right? So I'll just delete this and let's go right again. So first, you want to draw you get a rectangle which you get with the arrow. I think I should just pick it up instead of. Of course, you can see where I'm getting the arrow from the rectangle from. Of course, but what you're using is a square, not a rectangle. And let's use 460 pixel by 460 pixel. Then you want to duplicate. You want to use your Control D or Command D. Oh, what's my Control D or Command D. Then you want to hold your Shift, then Alt or Option. Then you want to hold your Shift or Option key so you can adjust. You can see adjust evenly across, right? Then let's bring it here. 32. I would prefer it's 24. Let's see. Oh, still 19. Well, we could just do it at 30. That's also fine. Then you change your corner radius. You want to adjust your corner radius to let's see. Okay, is this curve enough? I think 50 seems much smoother. So then I'm going to show you something, right? So we're going to add the fill for the main for the container beneath for the shape bit beneath. Let's give it this. Then of course the one on top will be white, right? Then you want to add a stroke. Let's see. I already have my strokes. I already have my components created because I created these variables that I use for designs basically, right? So I could share with you if you want. Just let me know, and I'll just send you the JSON file so you can just install it on your Figma and just enjoy. I have so many here, so it covers your fonts, your weight, font weight, line height, and so many other things. So for my stroke, I will just use my border. Let's use this. Let's use the lighter one, right? Then we need stroke two for. I also this is simple enough because I want it to be very very easy for you to create. So the next would be now let's adjust this. You can see as in as much as we have 40 pixels here for the corner radius, it's not blending with this other one. So we want to adjust this to let's see 50 here. Oh, this shouldn't be 50 is still fine. Let's adjust this so it's in line with this. I think this is much. Oh, should we? I think this is much more because it's smaller, so it's normal that it will not align with eight. I don't know where my camera. Let me just switch this. See, let me see if I can switch this camera thing. Shit, this camera thing is really, really. I think I'll just take it up because it's. Let me see, smaller or seems to be. I just turn it off. It's distracting me. So let's move on. Now the next we have is there way I can hide this thing? I don't like this thing. If you do as I said, go ahead. Oh damn! I could have taken it away. Shit. Well, anyways, that's by the way. Let's get into what we're doing. So the next is you want to get your. Now let's go back to creating the perspective. Now we want to go to effects. Instead of drop shadow, we're going to be using inner shadow, right? So to add that perspective, you can see this is already giving like that 3D, like it's lifted, having lightning from the top, but that is not what we want to do. So let's that is not what we want to do. So let's adjust this. Now for the blow, we're gonna use 40. Let's see how 40 goes. So it adds this perspective to it. Then let's see 40. Because one of the things about me and my numbers when it comes to design is I have this idea of I always use multiples of four. So everything I want to do, I usually can be divided by four. Right? It's not a constant, but it just makes thinking about numbers easier for me. Right. Now let's move on to the next, which is the main one, right? Which is we're going to be using drop shadow for this. Now let's come here, drop shadow, drop shadow, drop shadow. Oh, yeah, under effects. I was lost for a while. So now we're going to be using this. Now it's to add that elevation. Now we've kind of added that depth with the main one behind. I want to add the elevation with the midi card on top of it. Right, then let's use 8. Like I said, I prefer numbers that. Now let's take the anti taking shape already. Let's increase the blow so it spreads across. So yeah, I think we have something already, and let's go over to let's now one of the things I do with my elevations, right, to give you that more sharper look. As much as we now have, you can see we now have this. I don't think it's sharp enough. One of the things I do make it much more sharper is to add another drop shadow. Hey, did they add the one beneath on top? I think it's the one on top that's the new one. Yes, that's the new one. Right. So now we want to keep it at of course at on the y axis it's four pixels is fine. Now on the for the blow, we want to make it say 28. Right. It thickens it. What it does, it thickens it, but now it's not in line with it's down there are two shadows, which means it's much more thicker. And since this one is not probably is not going too far, I mean angle wise, it keeps the concentration in one area and makes the edges look even more sharper. And of course, the blur is not spreading. It's not spreading as much because when the blur spreads, it makes the colors, the shadow much more even and less concentrated in one area. But once it spreads less, right, it makes it more concentrated. So there's this one that is spreading very well that is going to give that perspective on the 3D item we're making. And there's this other one that is making it much more sharper, that is not as thick as that's yeah, giving more sharper edges. I think this is fine. Let's see if we can use it to 24. Right, I think this is fine. Right. So yeah, we have our perspective already. Now let's move on to the other things that matter. So next is we want to draw a rectangle, sorry, our eclipse, which you can use your shortcut key for O, or you can just come to this new Figma UI thing and just create something like this, right, for our avatar, right? Then we could just give stroke. Stroke should be white, right? You can just do 1.5 for the width, 1.5 for the width, and then let's use our text. Let me just use Alex. What name should I use? Let's use Alex Darwin. Alex Darwin. Yeah. Then let's use I like to use from the fonts I installed myself because I have some really cool fonts here. So I'll just use there's this cool font I got. I'll just use bold. Then let's use 32. Oh shit, it's too big. 24. Why is 24? It's 24. Okay. I think 24 is fair. No, well, it's not bad. So now, well, let's go over to the shadow thingy, right, for this particular one. Now, we are two for this. I also use this. I use the same method, right? I use the same idea with my shadows. Now, let's the same idea I use for making this other shadow look not too much more different and nice. I use the same for this avatar as well. If you noticed it in the previous design. Now let's go over here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to reduce the opacity of this. Let's use 8 because, like I said, I prefer using these numbers like this. Now let's use 7 for this. Let's use 7. Then let's use that for the blow, right? Then for the angle as to the y-axis, let's adjust it. Now when you let me make this thicker so you can see where it's going to. Right? When I use, you can see the angles, the y-axis, right? You can see how it's adjusted. It goes vertically, it goes vertical upward and of course downward. But what we're going to do is to use 2, right? Then of course the blur at 8 is fine. Then let's just reduce our opacity because we don't want it to be this thick. 8 is fine. Now let's go over to the next shadow that we need. Now just create another shadow, right? It's the one on top, like the last. So let me see, like the last time. So the angle wise, we're going to used to be using the same y, right? Then take it. Now for x, what x being 0 means it's evenly distributed across around it, right? But y means once it's either x or y, once it's at 0 it means it's evenly distributed. But if it's not at 0, it means it's going towards the angle you're pushing it, right? Either minus 1 pixel plus 1 pixel. So that's basically it. Then for the y-axis, let's keep it at, let's say 4. 4 is fine. Then for the, you want to evenly spread, so it gives that idea of it being lifted off the ground. So yeah, so this is it. So it's it. So this is it. I think I do feel like it looks a little bit too dark. Now let's take this. Let's reduce this a little. Let's use 12. I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. Now let's go over to, now let's just use our auto layout to, okay, let's use frame to group it. Right. I get carried away with wanting to use auto layouts. Frame shortcut keys, I think shift option G, right? Yeah. Shift option G. So is it shift command G rather, not what should I say? Alt Control G for Windows and Option Command G for, yeah, for Mac. Pardon me. So because I already know what the importance of using frame over group, right? Or using group over frame. If you don't know, my course will be coming out very soon. So you learn that. So now let's continue what we're doing. So it's going to join you for just this. I'm gonna make it kit by using the regular font weight. Then we're gonna use therapy, then hyphen sunset session. Then yeah. Then let's use bold. Bold. Bold is fine. I don't know. I don't really like this bold, right, for this particular typeface, but what to do? Nothing. So, let's continue on our mission. For this, let's just use. I don't use my colors, but let's see how my colors look on it. Let's use secondary text. Okay, looks doesn't look bad, but okay, I think we should just use it. Let's just use it. So it's me. So it looks a little maybe cute. I don't know. You decide. Now let's go over to the space, the vertical gap between the objects, like it said here. Enter. We have this. Now we're gonna do something now. All right, let's press what should I say? Just press R to get your rectangle tool. Then of course 40 pixels. Then this. So what we just do here is you copy these properties. I'm gonna tell you how this works in my course. So you copy these properties and paste properties. Should copy this one. So I was really excited for that. So copy properties. Then come here. I hope I am not too fast, right? I do not have unlimited time here, so I am trying to make sure I don't waste your time because I believe you can. Of course, you want to done this to just give that ideal perspective or whatever. Right, let's increase the type the font size for this. Why does this look? Let's use 24. Yeah, 24 is okay. I think we use 24 for this too. That's me. That's why I prefer just using frame for this grouping thing. But no problem though. Honestly, this whole idea of using I use prefer the dot layout to group because this idea of using frame to group can be annoying sometimes. It has its pros too. But let's continue. Of course, you want to draw your use your P or you could use your line two, right? So you want to get line two, just come just the arrow, the drop down beside the rectangle two because the rectangle is usually by default. You press L or just come here for your line two, then you click and drag. Perfect. Then you want to use your stroke. I've of course in my this in my very in my with my tokens, right? I have border. So yeah, that's solved it for us. Now let's. I think I totally have for this. You see how simple it is. It just groups itself. So when I want to fix this whole idea of this element not fitting in perfectly, I just come to the auto layout and hug. Bam, fixed. So let's continue. Want to add a date for the itinerary. Let's say 4th of June. What's today's date? Let me see the date. Let's use September. Oh shit, today is Saturday. I'm recording the video on Saturday. And then it's September, and it's 28th. Then let's add 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 8. I think I was trying to do capital letter 8. Manchester City. I use Manchester because I am looking to move there soon. I don't tell anybody though. So let's see 16. Shift A, then let's bring this down to let's use 4. Yep, I think this solves the problem. Now let's adjust to fit what we want to achieve. Then, like I said, I prefer not using numbers that divisible by 4. So, pardon me. Now, what's next is our sunshine. Let's use Eclipse O. Sorry. Oh, I was using E for Eclipse. So, damn. This is why I don't like adding this first. That's fine though. 64. Then, we're going to duplicate this. Let's just bring this one down first. Let's do later. So come to now you're gonna play around with your gradients. Now instead of linear, you're gonna use radial. Then you wanna bring it here. We're trying to be that sunshine. We're gonna see the sunshine or moon, whatever. You understand what you're gonna do. So this you're gonna pick yellow. Oh, no, it's not this kind of yellow. Maybe this kind of yellow. Or maybe a yellower, an orange yellow, or not a lemon yellow. I'll say the yellow should be towards orange more. Then this should be white. Then you want to add, of course, effects, but this time around inner shadow. Then it should be a much thicker yellow, right? Then because you want to increase it, then you want to probably improve the blur, then make it thicker. Then yeah, you have your what do you call it? You could add stroke to make it much more beautiful, but you don't need that. So now next is to duplicate, then come over to duplicate. Then instead of the inner shadow, just turn it to a background, a layer blur. I believe, yeah, layer blur. Then you can expand. Then of course reduce your opacity so that it just blends in perfectly and not too much. Do you understand? You take it, adjust it to a side so it's giving that illumination vibe. Do you understand? So that is that. Then now let's add our fill. Of was an image for, let's see, I don't, there's no need to come here, so I'll just, my plugins, oh, I don't have them here. Let's use Pixel, yeah, Pixels. We are just going to do, I just hope this recording is capturing my voice. If not, I'll be really bad. So let's use sunset. Yeah, sunset session. So let's use sunset. Okay, let's use to use a much more dramatic image. Yeah, it is fine. I think this is turning too much. So let's just use minus say 15 or minus 25. Then next, we want to use a. Now let me show you a trick with getting pictures. Just type headshots instead of typing pictures for your whatever. Just type headshots. You're gonna get more of headshots. Now these are the things you learn in my Figma course, right? The tricks and tricks. I mean, I've been doing this for over 4 years, so I know so many tricks that you don't know of. It's normal. So I don't want to use white. Let's use black headshots. I hope they show us black people. Of course they do. Of course they do. So come with this now. My bad. Let's use so looks so evil. Come with me these people. Right. Uh actually the other was I get images, but let's just manage this one for now. Oh Alex, that one is a guy. Chineke Namo. Alex, that one is a guy. Let's look for oh my goodness. Like we manage this one now. Yeah, it's a white name, so okay, let's use this one. Let's use this one. So I think that is it. I feel like this sunset, the yellow is not yellowing very well. Let's take it to the back a little. Now, if you want to take send an item to the back and I want to go to like the last, you want to take an item just a step back. You hold your command and press your curly bracket. You're not your curly bracket, just your square brackets. Yeah, the one that takes items to the back. So it just goes one step. You want to hold your control or your command and take it and press the square bracket. That's the first one. The right, left square bracket. Your control and your left square bracket for Windows, and your control and your right square. Sorry, your command and your left square brackets. So that is that. Let's make this yellow, very very yellow, or maybe darker, more orange yellow. This is giving more. Let's adjust our sunshine. So that is it. So I think this is it basically, right? Let's rename it widget already. So I think this is it and it does solve the problem. I think this even looks finer than the one I created for myself. See, I give you guys even more prettier card widget card than my own. I mean that's not nice, but these are the things I do for you, bro. So don't mind me. But of course, that's it for you though. So yeah, that's it. Just me to want to adjust it to make sure they're in line with what I want. And yep. I think just I need to think I'll need to bring everything to the top, to the middle. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'll just do some cuts for some areas that are not necessary in this video. I don't think I should even cut. I'll just post it like that so you guys can just see my design process. This is just a tip of the iceberg as to how I design because they are probably going to be more complex designs and there's always some rambling and rambling around. And let me see if you can see my face now. Let me see. Let me choose which of the cameras. Let me try this one. Oh, okay. I think I've even used this one, no. But I was trying to use a different my other camera, my phone camera, because I use that's the beauty of using a Mac and an iPhone. Let me see if it will show anything here. Oh, so yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. And if you have anything at all you want to build on Figma, just let me know. I'm gonna create videos on how to do it. Right? I feel like I don't think anything is impossible. I just feel like it's gonna take more time. And if it requires us going live and designing live, of course you would do it. So yeah, that's it for this morning. I'll see as much as I can to upload this video this morning. This morning. Do you understand? So you can enjoy. So that's it. My name is Bright, and don't forget to follow me. And on Twitter, my name is on Twitter is the this I think the Bright and Bound Twitter. Yeah, I just changed it to recent. Then of course subscribe. So I'm gonna be creating more of this, and of course I'm gonna be creating a course very soon. It's gonna be very cheap, so don't fret, it's gonna be cheap because I just wanna like help. And this course is gonna be loaded, right? Over 150 design resources, how to create landing pages, mobile app, dashboards, how to use Figma as a whole. I didn't have this new Figma UI. I created a course using the old Figma UI. So I have to like go and change it again because I mean I want you guys to be updated. So I have to change everything again because the way I created it, it's something that I would have showed you guys a screen, but no. I'm not gonna show you guys now how I arranged my Figma file, but trust me, it's gonna be there's gonna be so much value in that. And if you think I should create a Figma community, a design community, just showing you guys what I think I want to create one actually, one where every week we just meet and just design, right? Just design every week, so we can learn and get better with our design skills. Picking fonts, right? Getting resources. I just found a new place where you get resources. Like it's mad. Trust me, it's mad. Where you find design resources, it's mad. But just let me know if you want it. So yeah, I think I've spoken too much. And cheers and have a good weekend. Today is Saturday. I'm going to post this video now. No. Right. To meet again. Cheers.